So recently there's been a lot of controversy and debate between content creators and their audiences on if content creation is harder than working a regular 9 to 5 job. It's not really recent, this has been going on for a couple years now, but I've been seeing the conversation come up again and I just wanted to chime in this time. Now, disclaimer, I am not a full-time content creator. Clearly, I've made maybe $150 in my entire time being a content creator. But I have worked a regular 9 to 5. In fact, I'm working one right now. I think most of these content creators have no idea what they're talking about. And that's not coming from a place of hate. That is as much of an objective statement as I believe I can possibly make. Most streamers or content creators I've seen make this argument haven't worked a regular job outside of working a couple fast food jobs, maybe a warehouse job, something you do in high school or college, which makes sense when you consider most of the creators that say content creation is harder grew their community when they were like 17, 18, 19, 20. Since a lot of them came up so young, they likely didn't have to deal with the stresses that come with being a regular adult with a regular job. So their experience on what a regular 9 to 5 is so limited that their opinions can really be taken with a grain of salt. Now, the main argument most of these creators will tell you is that while a regular 9 to 5 is more physically draining, being a content creator is more mentally draining. And to me, that goes back to most of these guys not having much work experience outside of some fast food, some retail, maybe a warehouse job. Because we all know there's plenty of regular 9 to 5 jobs that are not physically demanding that will wear you down mentally. Like a lawyer, engineer, a social worker, air traffic control, that's just to name a few. But to me, the social battery being drained argument, while it's still valid to me, isn't as much of a problem as a lot of people make it out to be, considering they have an option to take a break when they want to. How often has one of your favorite creators taken time off from streaming or posting or whatever because they needed to focus on their mental health? Most content creators and streamers make their own schedule, so if it's too much, they can always adjust to a schedule that works better for them. That's not the case for most people with a 9 to 5. It's ironic to say your job is harder when at any moment you could stop and take a couple days, weeks, months. I've seen a few people take a year off. The fact is, most of these creators trying to make this point don't have the threat of financial instability hanging over their head. The average person can't just take a break from their job even when they're tired. So even if their job is mentally draining, they have no choice. Now, to be fair, as I've said before, I can't really speak on being a full-time content creator. I have no doubt it can be stressful, but there's also no denying it's a way better time than most other professions. If someone offered most of these content creators the same amount of money they make right now to go work in a Burger King, you think they're taking it? Be real.